The Chicago Bears lost to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 27-17 in their Week 2 matchup in Tampa Bay. Bears needed a win entering Week 3 against the Kansas City Chiefs, avoiding falling 0-2, but unfortunately the Bears are now 0-2 entering the 1-1 Kansas City Chiefs on the road. The entire NFC North lost on Sunday though, so I guess it's okay. Fields struggled big time in key moments, but had great success in others. I have some ideas on what the Chicago Bears can do moving forward, but they have to do it fast. Hello everyone, back to this episode of Just Another Year Chicago. My name is Nick Roby. Thank you as always for tuning in. The Chicago Bears are 0-2 to start the 2023 NFL season, but there were a ton of positives in this past game, and they start with Justin Fields. Please like this video, put your thoughts in the comment section below, and hit that subscribe button with notifications if you want to stay up to date on all Chicago Bears content. So let's start off with Justin Fields. Overall, the offense as a whole, led by Justin Fields, had 236 total yards. Not great. 17 points. Not great. Time of possession, 24 minutes and 4 seconds to the Bucs, 35 and 56 seconds. Not good. Overall, not good. But Fields starts with the positives of this game. Fields started the game off on the first offensive drive with a nice rushing touchdown after a few completions to DJ Moore. The two connected and had a huge day, by the way. I'll get to that in a minute. Then he had a nice touchdown pass to Chase Claypool, who got his first touchdown pass as a Chicago Bear late in the game to make it 20-17. Then everything else. Fields was sacked 6 times against the Buccaneers, 4 times after having more than 4 seconds in the pocket to pass the football. You can't blame the offensive line there. Also, a ton of guys were open downfield on those 4 plays. Then a late pick 6 on a screen, of course, a screen that Tampa Bay returned for a touchdown, making it 26-17 before their extra point. Overall tough. Here's where things get good. Fields went 16 for 29, completing over half of his passes for 211 total yards, 1 touchdown pass, 1 rushing touchdown, 2 interceptions, which were crucial, and a 61.1 QBR. Fields and Moore connected for 6 receptions of 104 yards. That is what we wanted to see. He also connected with Chase Claypool for a touchdown and a 12.3 yard average. Also what we wanted to see. Fields also used the tight end Cole Kmet a ton for almost a first down every single time. Also what we wanted to see. And here's what needs to happen. Like our good friend Daniel Greenberg said over at Shy Sport Updates, Fields and Getsy need to sit down in a room one-on-one. And during that one-on-one, Fields needs to go through the entire playbook and circle what he likes to run and is comfortable with. Getsy forced him to be a pocket passer. Last year, Fields ran over 1,100 yards, almost won 7 games for us that were 1-score games. Bears could have been a playoff team if they would have won all those games last year. If you were to give it a hybrid of last year's running ability and today, and arguably against Green Bay's passing ability, Bears would be 2-0 right now. Here is not the case, clearly, but this is what I want for the Chicago Bears to do. And on top of that, Fields is not entirely the problem. Yes, he looks scared out there. Getsy put that into his head. Getsy really messed him up, forcing him to be a pocket passer, forcing him to take touchdowns versus running the ball and trying to make a play. And Getsy needs to get out of Justin Fields' way and work to his quarterback's abilities versus what Getsy wants to see. Sounds like someone we used to know. You keep Fields in against the Chiefs, but you play to his abilities, and the Bears might have a chance of beating the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs also only won today 17-9 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Any given Sunday, folks. I'm being dead serious when I say that. And the Bucs are a lot better than people thought they were going to be. That was a good team that the Bears almost beat. Green Bay also lost to Atlanta today, 25-24, and Atlanta looks way worse than the Buccaneers. Let's go to the running back room. Rashawn Johnson, the rookie from Texas, had another big day today with a very nice long run here. In total, he had 4 rushes for 32 yards, which is an 8-yard per carry average. On top of that, he also had 2 receptions for 10 yards. Khalil Herbert also had a huge day. Might not look like it on paper, but when he was used, he was effective. 7 rushes for 35 yards, a 5-yard average, along with 1 reception for a huge 23-yard gain. Running back room, keep doing what you're doing. From the wide receiver tight end room, DJ Moore, 6 receptions for 104 yards. They only really used him in the first and fourth quarter. Like Luke Getsy, get it together, man. Use this guy all game. Chase Claypool also was not used at all late until the third quarter. He had 3 receptions for 36 yards, 1 touchdown, which was crucial, and he had great blocking downfield all game. Overall, Claypool got major Chicago fan base brownie points and needed that more for every single game moving forward. The offensive line. Braxton Jones had his 3rd and 4th penalties today, making it 4 penalties in the first 2 games. Not a good start for him. Also got blown up on 2 of the 6 sacks that were not Fields' fault. So really, It was the two that Fields got blown up. They were both on Braxton Jones. Darnell Wright held his own very well, along with Ja'Cory Carter. The young guys were out there making very impressive moves. Dan Feeney, who we just picked up, also muffed a snap for the 2 plays that he was in when Lucas Patrick was dehydrated. And Whitehair, he had an okay game. The offense has to go off this game, look at what they did well, and continue to move forward. That is the only way this is going to get better, and I thought today went a lot better than it did against Green Bay. Let's go to the defensive side of the ball real quick. They did allow 437 yards, but honestly, they played way better than that. They kept Chicago in the game all game long. Take away the pick 6, the game would have been 20-17. Still a Bears loss, but wow. And they were on the field when it was over 100 degrees outside in pads nearly 12 minutes longer than the offense. Unacceptable. Overall, a great day by the defense. I don't care what anyone says. Let's break it down. The defensive backs' injuries are a huge factor right now. Eddie Jackson and Jaquan Brisker both left the game. Jackson never returned with a foot injury, which he hurt last year, and Brisker left the game due to illness, which he returned in the 4th quarter. Tyreek Stevenson also got absolutely cooked all day long by Mike Evans. Gave up 174 receiving yards and a touchdown. Not a good look for Stevenson, but they went after the rookie as expected. And in total, the defensive backs gave up 317 passing yards, 8 for 15 on 3rd down, and no sacks today. I don't expect sacks from the defensive backs, but Jaquan Brisker was a sacking machine last year. Was hoping to have him back today. Could have been a huge difference. Also, he almost had a pick 6 on the first pass of the game. Landed in the breadbasket. Could have taken it to the house. Unfortunately, ball slipped out of his hands. Let's go to the linebackers, who I'm very happy with today. Tremaine Edmonds had 16 total tackles, 8 solo. Hell of a day for the leader of the defense. Edwards had 12 total tackles, 5 being solo. Great job at stopping the runs when the defensive line couldn't. And Jack Sanborn, 4 tackles, 2 solo, but he did a great job wrapping guys up, slowing them down, and wasn't getting much help. So overall, great day by the linebacker room. And the defensive line, just not enough pressure today. They did have 4 tackles for loss and a ton of pressure on Mayfield, but 0 sacks doesn't help the cause. Yannick almost had 2 sacks today, but man, the sweat or the butter, whatever was going on, there must have been butter on Mayfield's jersey today because he snuck away twice. And Javon Dexter Sr., 4 total tackles, all solo. So the Bears enter Kansas City 0-2. Kansas City is 1-1. America's game of the week next Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern time. And every NFC North team lost this past Sunday, so the Bears are only 1 game back at the moment. Put your thoughts in the comments section below. Love to hear from you guys. But with that, thank you very much for joining this episode of Just Another Year Chicago. My name is Nick Rohde, and as always, bear down.